From years of anxiety to warrior and mentor, Bradley Robinson created the Anxiety Project to help you end your anxiety naturally. Let's mold the new you and let's end anxiety together.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Anxiety Project podcast number 15. I am your host with the most on anxiety recovery. Brad Robinson is here today to talk to you guys about these two things that fuel your anxiety, that help contribute to the whole overall anxiety disorder you're experiencing. These two things are hyperventilation and physiology. Now, when I went through my anxiety disorder in the past, I had bad posture. I was very closed up, and I was walking around playing the victim card all the time. That was a huge thing, being the victim. And my physiology showed that. It showed that I was the victim, and everyone else saw that. Not anymore. And I will give you guys tips on, and not tips, but actual technique to implement. Yeah, because I don't like tips, but this technique will change everything. And I'll give you that technique in a bit. And hyperventilation. Hyperventilation, when I was going through my anxiety disorder, it caused a lot of my symptoms. And I didn't even know it was something I needed to change. I didn't even know that my breathing was off. I didn't even know that I wasn't even breathing properly. And I had to relearn how to breathe. And that was huge. I'm like, learn how to breathe? Like, what are you talking about? And that was a big eye-opener for me. So starting off with hyperventilation, it's really the feeling of not getting enough air. You could be sighing often. You could be yawning often. These are signs. You're not getting enough oxygen. And I will show you guys, or tell you guys, a great exercise for combating hyperventilation and really getting yourself in a more balanced state. So hyperventilation is when you inhale much deeper and take fewer breaths than normal. Carbon dioxide in your bloodstream drops low, and usually you will feel sick because of it. So that was a great eye-opener for me too, because I remember when I went through certain panic attacks and that I would have this sick feeling in my stomach. And I remember this event going to the opera, and I remember feeling sick, and I remember trying to figure out my exit strategy, how I was going to get out of that theater. And because I didn't want to throw up there, I was afraid of throwing up. But then I realized later that I never threw up because of my anxiety. It was just that sick feeling, it was just that feeling caused by hyperventilation, caused by my anxiety. So what are the symptoms of hyperventilation? They are faster than normal heartbeat, lightheadedness and dizziness, tightness in the chest, maybe chest pains as well, frequent yawning or sighing, and tingly in the hands and feet. These are all the symptoms of hyperventilation. And isn't it amazing that they're the exact symptoms of an anxiety disorder? Like if you look up anxiety disorder, the symptoms are the same. And I had each one of these symptoms every day. These are all symptoms I relate to, and I'm sure you guys can relate to as well. So I'm going to give you guys an exercise to start implementing today. It's a must. It's not a should. It's a must. You guys have to start implementing this technique. And it's 3 times a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once at night. And it's important that you guys start to do this. And I'm going to give it to you right now. It's the 3x6 breathing method. It's 3 seconds through the nose. And then it's 6 seconds exhale through the mouth. And that's it. That's it. And another great one is 3x3x6. 3 seconds inhale through the nose, pause for 3 seconds, and then 6 seconds exhale through the mouth. And I love the 6 seconds because it allows me to get all of that oxygen out of my lungs, completely out. So holding it for that 6 seconds is really good. And if you're not breathing properly, which I'm sure you are, I'm sure you aren't, because you have an anxiety disorder or you're going through anxiety. Make sure that you breathe through your stomach and make sure that your stomach is expanding, okay? Because I remember this was a huge eye-opener that I wasn't expanding my stomach. I was breathing through my chest, and it was causing me a lot of hyperventilation. So that's important, guys. Make sure you breathe through your stomach, not through your chest. And that's it. Do this technique, guys. It will start to improve everything. It will change your life, guys. It's a great technique. Do this right now. After this podcast, of course. Now we're going to go on to physiology. Now, physiology controls your psychology. It controls your attitude, the way you think, the way you see yourself. Do you ever notice the people who look the most confident and happy have the most upright position when they walk? Their posture's back, the chin is up. And it's no coincidence. You know, of course they're going to feel confident if they have proper posture. And it even affects how you speak. Amy Cuddy has an amazing YouTube video on power poses that you got to check out. It's amazing. And in this video, she goes on to describe how you can go in front of the mirror for 2 minutes. And this is the next exercise, guys, for physiology. So make sure you start implementing this exercise. But the exercise is to go in front of the mirror for 2 minutes and strike that power pose, arms on your sides like Wonder Woman or Superman, and chin up, and make sure you keep your back straight and hold that for 2 minutes. And what that does is it sends the right signals to your brain. And doing this exercise not only sets you up for the day, but if you guys do this before a job interview, if you guys do this before an anxious moment that you're expecting, a meeting, a dinner, something, do this in the bathroom, do this in your car, do this somewhere where you can set yourself up for success, because this will help you. And I can't stress this enough, guys, that it will help you set yourself up. You strike that power pose, and for 2 minutes, that's all you need. And it sends the right signals to your body that you can do this. You are a champion, even though you don't want to strike this power pose. I remember that. I remember when I started to implement proper posture. I remember when I was striking these power poses that I didn't want to do it. My internal language was like, Brad, why are you looking confident? Why are you standing up straight? You're not going to be this person. You can't be this person. You're a victim. You're weak. You're unhealthy. And then it's just a matter of combating that voice and not listening to it, not giving that voice attention. That's it. If you can walk around and start walking around with high confidence and with proper posture, shoulders back, you will start to send the right signals and minimize that voice. The more you ignore that voice, the more you replace that voice, the more empowered you will be in the long run. So don't give up, guys. This exercise has to be practiced every day, all day, 3 times a day. Okay? So next, I'm going to talk about the reason why you feel different when you strike that power pose, when you walk around with that confidence. Why are you feeling different? Why are you feeling more empowered? Well, the neurotransmitter oxytocin is released when you're in that pose or posture. This intensifies neuroplasticity to help create new neural pathways in the brain, which means new thoughts and the start of new beliefs. You will start believing that you're confident. You will start to believe that you're an empowering person, that you can overcome anxiety, that you can give that speech, that you can teach that class, that you can get that job, whatever it may be, that you can go through that dinner without having a panic attack. Whatever it may be, this is the time where we start implementing proper techniques, these techniques that I've given you guys today, to combat your anxiety. How you use your body controls your emotional state and the way you think. It's very true. So make sure that, during anxiety, I'm sure you guys are walking around with hunched over, hands in your pockets. You're looking towards the ground while you walk. And this is playing the victim card. You don't want to play the victim card anymore. You want to start playing a new card. You want to start putting yourself in the shoes of a champion rather than a sufferer, rather than a warrior, rather than a victim, right? Not warrior, but a victim. So I'm going to give you guys 2 quotes today, 2 powerful quotes that you guys need to take with you. And the first quote is, everything you've ever felt has a posture and specific breathing pattern connected to it, by Dennis Simcik. The second quote is, the human body is the best picture of the human soul, by Ludwig Wittgenstein. 2 amazing quotes to take with you today. Remember, guys, I am on iTunes. Subscribe to the podcast there. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have amazing anxiety recovery content there that you will find helpful in overcoming anxiety. Remember, do not let your anxiety define who you are. Today is a new day. It's time to prove your old self wrong. I love you guys so much. Bye-bye. For more podcast episodes, for more video content, and one-on-one coaching with me via Skype, visit www.unpluganxiety.com for everything you need to know about ending anxiety. I love you all and have a great day. Bye-bye.